not to fall victim to lifestyle creep. It's easier said than done, but just really think through what you want your life to be in 10 years. And if the things that you're buying on a day-to-day basis isn't going to help you get closer to that goal, then you should probably retract back what that is and reallocate those funds to what's going to make you happier in the long term.
Man, I think you mentioned two things right there, man. Lifestyle creep is crazy because you see it a lot in a locker room because one, there's so many different tiers of guys in the NFL locker room. I don't know how it is really in MLB or NBA locker rooms, right? But there's so many different tiers of guys. You got your undrafted free agents that are, pretty much week to week, year to year trying to make a team, right? And trying to, get their salaries. And then you have your guys on multiple year deals, and you got your mid career guys, 4 to 5 year guys, probably got a good chunk of money, but nothing that's going to retire them for their life, right? And then you see it, and even myself, even I have to fight against it, right? I see the guy driving the Range or, the Rolls, you know what I'm saying? And it's nice. It looks real good, man. It's like, I could do that, but it would really hurt. You know what I'm saying? But it would really hurt in the grand scheme of things. And if you're not looking at the opportunity cost, keeping up with the Joneses can really burn you. It can really burn you.
I think J. Cole put it perfectly. He was saying, love yours. Like, someone's always going to have a fancier car, a better looking girl. He rephrased it differently, but a better looking girl, right? A bigger home. Everyone, like, anywhere you go, like, you can make millions of dollars, and Drake is going to have something better than you probably. And Drake's probably looking at Jay-Z and saying, wow. Jay-Z's probably looking at Bezos, right? So, like, there's always someone doing more than you. But again, it comes down to, like, what makes you happier. Like, the richest people, in my opinion, the wealthiest people are the ones that say, hey, like, I can afford that. Like, you any day can go out and buy a Porsche if you really wanted to. But you say, hey, like, here's the things that make me truly happy. I want to make sure my wife is good. I want to make sure, whatever, happens with football, I want to make sure that afterwards I'm straight. I want to make sure my kid's good. I want to make sure there's a roof over top of my head, my family straight. Like, all those things are, from what we've, like, talked about, those things are, like, really, really important. Right. And, the same way with me. Like, outside of so I have a 2011 Kia Sportage, right? I could easily afford a more expensive car if I really wanted to. Parked right beside my car is a Bentley. The Bentley is probably worth, I don't even know, like, what are Bentleys?
I haven't even looked those up.
This thing, it's sharp, man. I can't even lie. It is sharp. But if you were, I know the guy who actually owns a Bentley. If you were to compare his life compared to mine in terms of happiness, I could tell you that I'm way happier than him. He's stressed out. He's working hard in order to pay for these payments, but he could have just not did that. Like, I'm not saying you have to go back and get a Kia Sportage or 2011 Kia Sportage, but, like, maybe if you bought something that actually made you happier, maybe it might have been like a Cadillac Escalade, which doesn't cost as much as a Bentley. Would you be happier? So that's really what it comes down to, man. Like, I think people believe, like, being able to flex on someone else is going to make them happier, but it's very fleeting. Like, I've done it. I know people have done it. I know people, multimillionaires, have done it. And they said, hey, like, that was cool for the month or 2 months where I can say, hey, like, I got this and you don't. But over the long run, a lot of people don't have any money to show for it. So, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that especially when you're making good money like you guys are now, you want to make sure that 10 years down the road, you're still good. Because unfortunately, unfortunately, life is long. Life is really long, especially after sports. And if you're done playing at 40, you still have a long time to have to live off that money.
And if you're talking about the NFL, it's really like 30 or 20, 29,
right.
Maybe even younger for most guys. Yeah, you'll be a generous with 40.
Yeah.
That's a MLB great legend career. You know what I'm saying?
Even Tom Brady, man. Like, Tom Brady still has a long life after he's done, and he's one of the oldest in the league and still doing well as of yesterday. Yeah. So, like, so you really want to prepare for that life after sports. But then, like, don't get me wrong, have your fun, but make sure that your fun isn't burning your pockets, like burning holes in your pockets.